I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Detective Comics number 975. Kate Kane may have crossed a line that there's no coming back from. Will she still have a place in the Bat family? Well, let's hop on in together and find out. Okay then, so the comic actually opens at the funeral of the Waynes. Young Bruce sees young Kate across the way, and the two kinda bond over their mutual tragedy. Even at such a young age, the two kids said they wanted to grow up to people to stop all the bad things in the world from happening. Of course, they took two very different paths to get there, don't you know? Now, at Wayne Manor, we see a major meeting has been called for the Bat family. This is fun because we get to see some characters interact with each other who we don't normally see, like Damien and Orphan. Now, why has everyone been called here? Well, it seems that Batman wants to have what is essentially a family meeting to decide the fate of the Belfry and especially of Batwoman. Now, elsewhere, Kate's dealing with what's going on in her own way, mainly by throwing herself deep into superhero work, fighting Gorilla Boss. Luke Fox says that if she's serious about breaking away from the Bat family and doing her own thing, then he and Azrael will follow her. Don't know exactly why they're so loyal to her, of all things. Kate does, however, say she feels terrible about what happened. She didn't kill Clayface out of any sort of particular malice. She was just doing so to try and save Orphan, who had become something of a surrogate daughter to her, but now Orphan hates her more than anyone else for killing her one and only friend. Now, back in the Batcave, Batman opens the table to discussion. Nightwing is first up to talk. He says that he doesn't think that Kate is a terrible person. She did a very bad thing, but that she should be allowed to earn her way back in if she wants to. Damien has no time for the whole conversation, saying that when you break it down, he's the only real member of the Bat family. Ooh, you little bastard. Jason Todd, the Red Hood, no surprise, has a pretty profound insight into all of this, saying that he's shamed the Bat symbol on his chest more than once by killing, but he is actively trying to make amends and be part of a real family. He only hopes that Bruce will treat Kate better than he treated him over the years, and if he has to open up a bigger black sheep part of the table for Christmas dinner, he totally will. What's truly surprising is it's Batgirl who actually unloads on Bruce with both barrels, saying that at the end of the day, this mock trial has nothing to do with Kate and everything to do with him. That Kate broke his rules, bruised his ego, and now he's having a mock trial to discuss her fate without even inviting her to defend herself. Maybe Batman fears Batwoman because she's the last shred of blood related to his mother that's still running around out there, and maybe in his heart of hearts he fears that if Martha was given the chance to pull the trigger, she might have. And hey, speaking of familial relations, Batman says all of this is for Orphan, but Orphan's not invited to the table right now. In fact, Orphan lives alone in an abandoned theater. Batman didn't try to adopt her or bring her closer. He's afraid of her too. It's like Batman can't deal with a kid whose credit cards he can't shut off anytime he wants. This theme of parentage goes even further though, because we then follow Kate Kane as she goes to the grave of her mother. She apologizes for how messed up everything has become, and how deep down she thinks she's lost track of that little girl who buried her mother, the one who said that she wanted to stop the bad things from happening no matter what it took. But that through her father, through the colony, and through a new mission statement, she will do whatever it takes to stop the bad things from happening and save women like her mother from horrible fates. And that was Detective Comics number 975, everybody, and this was an issue that expertly put the punching on the back burner for a little bit to tell a story about family dynamics in the superhero world. And I personally found it to be very, very effective. One of the best things this series had going for it is that James Tynion really tries to dig deep and draw parallels between Kate and Bruce that haven't really been drawn before. It also talks a lot about the symbol of the bat, what it should mean, and what people should do to try and uphold it. Also, as a longtime reader of James Tynion's Batman work, I especially liked all the allusions and callbacks to Batman Eternal. In fact, that's what the next arc is going to be called. This has just been such an enjoyable run, and I'm going to be sad when it's over, and it will be ending fairly soon. So that's the book, everyone. I would give this one a 9 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, be sure to take a closer look at some of these other videos I have on display. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you always know what I'm doing next. And hey, if you like what I do and are feeling in a supportive mood, please by all means check out my Patreon page down in the description. Patrons get exclusive access to videos and content before anyone else, and you can do so for as little as $1 a month. So until next time, everyone, this has been Cape Joel. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you all again later. Bye-bye.